here's something. The prints on Dara's body belong to Valerie Bianco.
The hostess.
Looks cool on TV, but what is it like in the homicide unit at the Lee County Sheriff's Office?
Well, there's definitely a lot more paperwork. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that goes on.
That behind-the-scenes work and a lot more have earned the unit a perfect clearance rate since 2023. That means solving every murder. The national average? Around 50%. Like CSI on TV, it takes a team. Lee County's team, 17 people led by a captain with sergeant supervisors, detectives, and crime scene technicians in the trenches, out on the crime scenes. Detective Adnan Selimovic is one of the new detectives assigned to the unit.
Writing those search warrants, getting cell phone records, being able to actually read those cell phone records.
Sergeant Rob Patton has been in homicide for 13 years. Looking back, his first case, he solved it quick.
Oh, it was amazing. It was really good. It took about 4 or 5 days, and then he was in hiding for a little bit. Then we finally worked our magic and was able to find him on a traffic stop and brought him in.
In 2022, a body was found on the side of the road. Patton was assigned the case and needed all the resources of the homicide unit.
My major crimes unit detectives all worked around the clock, not sleeping, combing through every piece of evidence and leaving no stone unturned.
Investigators ID'd Patrick Alvarez as the victim, and Patton and his partner quickly identified Stanley Brown as a suspect.
And he was transported up here to this room where we did an interview with him.
It took hours. Patton learned Brown was annoyed by his roommate making noise.
And I told him, I said, this yelling and screaming's got to stop.
So what did you do?
I just did what I could to keep him quiet, and that's it.
That's a confession, but they still needed evidence to go to court. That's crime scene technician Nicole Roten's job.
It could be the largest thing to the smallest, tiniest thing that nobody's gonna think of. Fingerprints, the things that you can't see, such as footprints to and from a scene. DNA evidence is huge.
Brown pled guilty to murder, chalking up another cleared case for the LCSO homicide unit and its commander, Captain John Long.
We don't give up. We grab onto a case and we keep going.
In fact, Long still works some cold cases on his own time.
1978 was a case I had been working recently. Brenda Redding, I've been working that case myself since 1978.
He says he knows who did it.
The offender is deceased, so I'm trying to close that one up.
Adding one more case to the cleared board for the victim's family and his team.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit, in 2024 they had a 100% clearance rate. In 2025 they're on track to do the same, much higher than the national average. A lot of that happens because of their work in forensics and in interview rooms just like this, where they bring the subjects and often get confessions. Rich Kolko, Wink News.
Cape Coral, Florida, an escape from the urban problems of old cities.
Cape Coral began like many cities, with a raw piece of land and a dream. The dream of two brothers, Jack and Leonard Rosen. In the late 50s, they bought 4,500 acres, and it went from nothing to something quickly.
We're coming around the Redfish Point area formerly. Now it is the Yacht Basin area of Cape Coral. This was the first developed area.
The Rosens started selling homes, promoted it as a waterfront wonderland. With more canals than the city of Venice, Italy.
Where is this place that we're going? Because it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Elmer Tabor was 8 years old back then, the 28th family to move in when the Rosens asked his grandfather to take a risk and get involved.
The Rosen brothers were developers, land developers. They didn't want to get involved in businesses. So they had a real challenge to go out in the middle of nowhere, find businesses or people that wanted to be pioneers and take the risk and chance and come down here and open a business. And that's how we got here. We opened the first grocery store in 1960 in Cape Coral.
Elmer's Supermarket opened in the same plaza along Cape Coral Parkway where Big John's Plaza is today. And Tabor's family started recruiting other businesses to the infant city.
Trying to get the first doctor here. Why would a doctor want to set up a doctor's office when there are 28 families in Cape Coral? That's nuts. People like my grandfather, Andy Anderson, went on a quest to find the first dry cleaner, the first hardware store, the first clothing store.
In just 12 years, it grew from a desolate point on navigational maps to a busy, bustling, beautiful city.
Now, the first 4,500 acres, it was a well laid out community. It had multifamily, single family, on water, off water, commercial zoning, all that stuff. But their plan went to hell because they were so successful.
A city growing so quickly it couldn't keep up with its infrastructure and water needs. Many of the same issues the city faces today. But for Tabor, all growth issues can be success stories.
The amount of people moving into the area is simply amazing.
Depending on how you respond.
The most important thing is whatever you do, make it a better place for tomorrow and for the people that still are going to move there.